Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I would like to begin by acknowledging that this concert is being broadcast from the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. This territory is covered by treaties of peace and friendship, which the Mi'kmaq and Maliseet peoples first signed with the British Crown in 1725. The treaties did not deal with surrender of lands and resources, but in fact recognized indigenous title and established the rules for what was to be an ongoing relationship between nations. So, thank you, all of the Maliseet and Mi'kmaq folks. Now, I would like to thank the other artists who are appearing on this evening's program. So I want to start with Shabasan, Krogovich, and Harris, and I hope I pronounced all of your names correctly. Such beautiful, reflective, and tender music with which I was not at all familiar. But after listening, I have become a fan. Thank you. And now I'd like to thank Witch Prophet. So I have really no words except to say a genius who speaks the hard truth that we must or are facing at the moment. I was fortunate to see a live performance of hers in Amsterdam a few years ago. My friend and I had to hold on to each other in order to keep from sinking to the floor because we were so overcome with emotion. So that is basically what I think about Witch Prophet. So thank you, Witch Prophet, for being on this show this evening. And I would also like to thank the Wavelength team, the Harbourfront Centre, and everyone else who is involved and has been involved for the last month in this Kuumba event. And I have taken a look at some of the events, and I'm praying that I will get a chance to see them, even though they're past and gone. They're just unbelievably beautiful things that I've missed. Eek! Anyway, whatever. Okay, so there you go. Those are my thanks. And now I would like to start singing for you. Okay? All right, here we go. First piece is called Ever New. Welcome the spring, the summer rain, softly turn to sing again. Welcome the bud, the summer blooming flower. Welcome the child whose hand I hold. Welcome to you, both young and old. We are ever new. We are ever new. Welcome the spring, the summer rain, softly turn to sing again. Welcome the bud, the summer blooming flower. Welcome the child whose hand I hold. Welcome to you, both young and old. We are ever new. We are ever ever knew. Welcome the spring, the summer rain, softly turn to sing again. Welcome the bud, the summer blooming flower. Welcome the child whose hand I hold. Welcome to you, both young and old. We are ever new, we are ever new. Yes, I must say, I do love that piece. Oh, many years ago that it was sent to me, and I still really appreciate what it says very much. Okay, so that's Ever New, and I'd like to sing something called Prince Caspian's Dream. This was a piece that was sent to me in, I think it was 1971, but it wasn't, the whole thing wasn't sent. It was just a couple of chords, and I tried to figure out what to do with the chords, and I couldn't. I was just stymied. So I just let it go and kind of put it in the closet. And it's out there for 10 years, and I remembered about it, and then I made the, decision to revisit it, and I revisited it, and nothing happened. So I put it back in the closet for another 10 years. And then I revisited it once again, and nothing happened. Yeah. 40 years later, the next 10-year cycle, or whenever that was, I remembered about it, because I just, at that point, it was completely gone from my thoughts. And I found the music to it, and I sat down, and all of a sudden, all of this stuff started coming through, all of these words, and a whole melody that wasn't there before, and whatever. And so it was really quite an extraordinary experience. Anyway, it's called Prince Caspian's Dream. So I'm going to sing it for you, because the words really encouraged me. Okay, here we go. Life is a part of love. the living art of love. Life is the heart of love, this I know. I give my days into its keeping, though sometimes laughing, sometimes weeping. For love's the hand beneath its ebb and flow. Life is a part of love, the living art of love. Life is the heart of love, this I I give my days into its keeping, though sometimes laughing, sometimes weeping. For love's the hand beneath its ebb and flow. I give my days into its keeping, though sometimes laughing, sometimes weeping. For love's the hand beneath its ebb and flow. Thank you for listening to that. I really love that song. It's it reminds me of what we're all working to understand and to be able to manifest. At least I'm working on it. I'm sure many of you are working on it too. Okay, well, I'm going to shift things up a little bit here. This is a piece called A Song in Many Moons. It was written around 2003 or something like that. It's actually a very positive piece, but it was expressing some of the things that I was working through at the time. So yeah, it's real. I'll put it that way. Okay, so it's called A Song and Many Moons. Down from the Northland, the first frost is standing at the door. A chill wind blows down from the Northland, the first frost is standing at the door. Slowly the night draws nigh, it waits no more. This world has many ends and beginnings. A cycle ends, will something remain? This world has many ends and beginnings. A cycle ends, will something remain? Maybe a spark, once so bright, will bloom again. Still I hope in time we'll meet 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 again. But a song and many moons of love will still remain. I've had seasons and seasons, some of them high and some of them low. I've had seasons and seasons, some of them high and some of them low. I've won, sometimes I've lost, they come and go. The things that have made me happy are not the things that anyone knows. The things that have made me happy are not the things that anyone knows. Only I've worn the clothes, worn the clothes. Still I hope in time we'll meet again. 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 But a song and many moons of love will still remain. Life suddenly emerges, spins the game, weaves the dance. Life suddenly emerges, spins the game and weaves the dance. I thank the stars I played my hand and had my trance. 'Cause a chill wind blows down from the Northland. The first frost is standing at the door. A chill wind blows down from the Northland. The first frost is standing at the door. Slowly the night draws nigh. It waits no more. Still I hope in time we'll meet again. 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 But a song and many moons of love will still remain. You're in the one flow. This is the time machine. You're in the big show. Floating down the particle stream. Pick up your mojo. Maybe we can own this stream. 'Cause we're in the big flow. This is the time. Here in the big show. Floating down the particle stream. And pick up your mojo. Your mojo. Maybe we can own this room. Well, I made a lot of mistakes in that piece. But hey, you make mistakes. That's how it goes. You just make the mistakes and you just keep on singing them. Not the worst I've ever made, I can tell you. One time I made a mistake and it went off into, I don't know, became atonal or something. It was very interesting. Not happily interesting. But interesting. That piece is also, was at a time in my life where, I really was contemplating, understanding that death was coming. I was no longer young, and that death could come at any time. But in the cycle where you get 70 or so, and maybe it's 40 these days, it suddenly I was like realizing, not so suddenly, but I was realizing, yup, that's right. If I get to live 40, this is like a time when it's coming. So that's a song of many moons. I'd like to sing a piece for you now that is came to me in 1985, and at the time I just I considered that it was sent to me, and I listened to the words, and it made an impact, but I didn't really think about it too much. And you've heard me referring to receiving these pieces or having them transmitted, and I believe that there's an energy that is coming from another state, really, almost, of life in the universe. I don't know what you want to call it, but that this energy sends information to us that is important for us to be able to offer to the world, and it's tailored to each of us in accordance to our own the special things that we alone can offer, right? And it's not just about artists or whatever. And I call that the Universal Broadcasting System, or the UBS for short. So, because I am an artist, it has come through. All the things that come through, I should say, are about music, because that's what I do. And it's a wonderful a wonderful experience, because I practice, and I practice my craft, and I do everything that I can, but to try and stay, to build my skills. But when something comes through, it doesn't seem that it has much to do with skills at all. And when this piece came through, as I said before, I just looked at it and went, whatever. Just recently, I've started looking at it again, and I realized what the message of this is precisely for this time, not. It might have been sent 30 years ago, or, for some other people, it might have been sent 100 years ago, but it's only now that it's something that all of us, or so many of us, I'll put it that way, are contemplating. Yes. Okay, so enough said. I'll sing the piece. So this is called People of the Loom. I hear the loon and the lake and the people calling, the bear and the wolf people calling. I hear the pine and the oak people. We are all we are, all we have. Wait, remember. We are the people of the loom. Wait, remember. For each there must be room. Wait, remember. We are the people, all the people.
Come a little bit closer, just a little bit closer. Come a little bit closer. Hear us, hear us. Come a little bit closer, just a little bit closer. Come a little bit closer. Hear us, hear us. Come a little bit closer, just a little bit closer. Come a little bit closer. Hear us, hear us. Come a little bit closer, just a little bit closer. Come a little bit closer. Hear us, hear us. I hear the whale and the dolphin people calling, the dove and the raven people calling. In the roar of the wind, all the people. We are all we are, all we have.
remember. We are the people of a star. Remember. Remember who we are. Remember. We are the people of. Just a little bit closer. All the people on. Come a little bit closer. Just a little bit closer. Come a little bit closer. Hear us, hear us. Come a little bit closer. Just a little bit closer. Come a little bit closer. Hear us, hear us, hear us. There you have it. People of the Loon. I know many of you are thinking of these things at this time and working together with other people to bring about a new world order. Yes, thank you for that. Okay. This is called Courage. And for those of you who are living in places with only one language, or perhaps two, but perhaps the other language is not French, in Canada, where I live, we have two official languages, and absolutely everything is put out. It's mandated. Everything is in two languages. So the milk carton or whatever it is that you are reading will have two languages. Anything, absolutely anything, and everything. So there you go. So I would like to honor those in Canada who speak French with this song. It's called Courage. Yeah, that's I guess that's all you need to know. And so here we go. Courage. Courage, mes amis, avec l'espoir nous devons marcher. Courage, mes amis, avec amour laissez-nous vivre. Courage, my friends. With hope, we must walk on. Courage, my friends. With love, let us live. Courage, mes amis, avec l'espoir nous devons marcher. Courage, mes amis, avec amour, laissez-nous vivre. Lift our hearts, lift Oh, lift our hearts. Lift our hearts. Lift our hearts. Hope, lift our hearts. Courage, mes amis, avec l'espoir nous devons marcher. Courage, mes amis, avec amour laissez-nous vivre. Okay, there you have it. Courage. Well, now, the next piece is Deep River. In order to do it, I have to do a bit of shifting around. So I hope that you will hang with me here while I do this. Hi. I've just shifted to a new position here so that I could sing a song and actually play my djembe, this is my drum here. There we go. This piece is called The Deep River. And it's called a Negro spiritual, which means that it was sung by slaves in the United States who were not allowed to have drums, by the way, for fear that they would get worked up and slaughter everybody, which did happen in Haiti, actually. Folks were allowed, slaves were allowed to meet once a week for half an hour, maybe, under the watchful eye of slave owners, specifically only for religious service. So this piece was created for a religious service. And the words are, Deep River, my home is over Jordan. Deep River, Lord, I want to cross over into campground. And then it says, oh, don't you want to go to that gospel feast, that promised land where all is peace. But unbeknownst to the slave owners, this was not about finding your reward in heaven and your release from slavery as a result of dying and going to heaven. It was actually a coded message for other slaves to let them know that they needed to get to Canada. Right. Getting to the north wasn't good enough because slave owners would hire basically mercenaries to go and go up into the north, the northern states, which didn't have slavery at this point when this was written, and grab any black person that they could find, whether they were born free or not, and children, whatever, and put them in cuffs and take them back, and they become slaves again, or even if they'd never been slaves, they became slaves. So, So what it really says is, Deep River, my home is over the St. Lawrence, which is the river that in the eastern part of Canada divides the United States and Canada. So my home is over the St. Lawrence. Deep River, Lord, I want to cross over into Canada. Oh, don't you want to go to that gospel feast, i.e., a place where there's enough food, that promised land where we can be free. That's what it really says. And I play this piece at this time not only as an acknowledgement of my own genetic roots, which was, I'm a child of slaves, only back for 3 generations, actually. My grandmother was born free, but her mother was not. So I want to honor my genetic forefathers, but I also play it because slavery still is alive and well in our modern world, better than ever, actually. People are taken as slaves every day, primarily women, but children as well, and men as well are taken into slavery every day and never heard from again. So I sing this to call attention to the fact that we still have quite a bit of work, to say the least, to do. That we haven't come anywhere close yet to being able to allow people not to be, money, that people don't equal money, and free money at that, because you don't have to pay for it. You can just steal a person, and there you go. Okay, so I wrote it also with the hope that you could sing it with me. There's a part that goes, walla 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 lay o lay walla lay. Walla 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 lay o lay walla lay. Now, you may not feel like singing, or you might. And if you do, please join in. Just join in, and you can also dance too while you're at it. Because the truth is that my ancestors, even if they were terribly upset, would dance the upset. They were always dancing, is what it is. Yeah. So, okay, so Deep River. So I've got to hit a little tone here so that I know where to start it, so that I don't sing it so high that then I can't sing it and you would never be able to join with me. Here we go. There we go. Ready? Okay, here we go. cross over into campground. Walla la 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 walla le ole walla le walla la 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 walla le ole walla le walla la 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 walla le ole walla le walla la 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 walla le ole walla le. That's the part you get to sing. Or you can sing the rest of it if you know it too. Deep river, my home is over Jordan. Deep river, I want to cross over into campground. Walla 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 le ole walla le walla 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 le ole walla le walla la walla walla le ole walla le walla 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 le And that is the only instrument you will ever hear me or see me play. Because I never play the piano in public, ever, ever, ever. But I love to play drums. So there we go. Okay. So I'm going to go to the next piece. Okay. So I'd like to continue now with a piece called La Vita. So this piece is dedicated to a very dear friend of my wife and myself, who has passed away. So her name is Maggie Hollis. Her name was Maggie Hollis, and she is the late Maggie Hollis now. She had, I think, the most beautiful voice I think I've ever heard, really. Not because it was the most beautiful voice. It was as beautiful as any voice I've ever heard. She's an opera style singer, but because uh, she exuded so much love and compassion through her voice that it has a texture that, it's not the texture, it's what it evokes from you when you listen to it. It's extraordinary. It's extraordinary. She and I recorded this piece before she passed away by a few years. Unfortunately, she never lived to know that it has become a piece that many people around the world absolutely love, for which my wife and I grieve often about that. However, here she is. You can hear this magnificent voice, and the the background of the piece is one day I woke up and speaking Italian, which I don't speak, and this whole piece came through from the Universal Broadcasting System, I guess, and and not that it doesn't have a lot of Italian in it, but the part that she's singing is Italian. I was, really kind of concerned, so I sent it off to a friend who did speak fluent Italian, and she said, yes, this actually is proper Italian. By the end of the day, of course, I no longer spoke Italian, so that was an interesting experience. That's that part. I'll just read you what it is that Maggie will be singing here. It says, for the sake of love, listen to the singer who sings the life is beautiful, which is what she's doing, right? What she's doing. Be at peace. Life is sweet. From the depths of my heart, I thank you. Okay, so the other part of this that is very precious to me for this piece is that my mother, who we were very close for the last 30 years of her life. She used to have this saying, which you will hear because I quote her, and that it is like the thing that I love most about my mom, aside from the fact that she really championed me after not understanding a thing about who I was for the first 40 years. She suddenly went ding and she figured it out, and was such a support, an emotional support for me, and she's quite incredible that way. So it's what she used to say to me once we had come to a point of really understanding each other. It's a quote that's in here. Okay, so all right. So this is called La Vita. I work all day and night. I wonder if I'm ever gonna get it right. I push and I push to get ahead. I know I gotta make my daily bread. I know I don't have time to lose. I wonder if I really have time to choose. I barely have time to shed a tear. I hardly have time to shake the fear. And the body says, remember you gotta breathe. The body says, take the time to grieve. The mind says, let the silence flow. The mind says, allow yourself to grow. The spirit says, cast your eyes above. The spirit says, fill your heart with love. The heart says, seek the light within. The heart says, let the dance begin. And my mother says to me, enjoy your life. 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 Per amore, ascolta il cantore, lui che canta, che la vita è bella. My mother says to me, enjoy your life, darling. And that is La Vita. Okay. This is called Lakeland. And it's I'm trying to remember, is this the piece that I always used to ruin? Maybe. Can't remember it at the moment. This might be it. I'll know soon. Not that I ruin it now, but I don't mean ruin it. I used to. I think I told you that I used to play piano. Whenever I sang, I played piano, and for some reason I was able to do it for many years, and then after a while I just couldn't do it anymore, and I realized it had been an incredible tension for me to do it. And part of that was because my father was a brilliant pianist. And so he was like a master of European classical music. And so I heard that every day, 5 hours of it, when he'd come home from his own work, he was an educator. So, it's hard for kids to keep up with their parents. And of course, shouldn't be that way, but it was like I'd go to the piano and it would be like ding-a-ling, ding-ding, and my father would be going, yes. Anyway, so, at one point I finally realized, wow, that's a whole lot of tension I've been carrying around this all these years. I'm letting that go. Someone else can play the piano for me. Mm-hmm. All right, enough of that. So here we go, Lakeland. In the middle of the deepest night, silent and alone, an angel takes to wing. In the middle of the dawning light, sweeter than you know, a tender song of spring she sings for me. Oh, angel, 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 come to get me, don't forget me. I still need your love. Oh, angel, 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 come to get me, don't forget me. I still need your love. I still need your love. I still need your love. In the middle of the deepest night, silent and alone, an angel takes to wing. In the middle of the dawning light, sweeter than you know, a tender song of spring she sings for me. Yes, that was the piece. It's a very beautiful piece. I love this piece. My wife is an incredible singer, an incredible writer. She started out as a professional dancer. My wife Elizabeth, she started out as a professional dancer, which she did, professionally, ballet and modern dance, mostly modern dance. And then she was also studying acting, so she was a professional actor, which she did professionally as well. Everything from Shakespeare to, very more comical things. She was a professional comedian and traveled with something called Second City, which 30 years ago was worldwide. And then she decided, she'd always been writing, and so then she decided that she was going to write a book. So her first book that she ever wrote won a national award in Canada. Yes, humbling. Very humbling. Anyway, so she was singing this piece with me at a concert. And this is a piece where I went to, I don't know where, in the middle of it, and she's standing by this, this beautiful grand piano on this stage, and she's looking at me, and I'm looking at her, and I'm thinking, oh my poor wife, whatever, I know what she's thinking, and I'm scrambling to try to find my way back to this piece, and I did find my way back, and she was so sweet, she was so understanding. And we ended up finishing the piece as a duet because we were singing it together, right? Anyway, but that was it for me. Never again. I'm going to sing a song for you called The Ones Ahead. And it doesn't really have an intro. It speaks for itself. Okay. In the dark night turning, neath the star fields burning, I see the ones ahead, circling on the river, round the teacher, the giver. I see their hearts and all the fear they've shed. They're beckoning me, come. Love can redeem. Life is an art. You have a part that's yours to play. Come, show us your dreams. Life needs your hand to do what you can in your own way. This world is our combined imagination. Your life a precious personal creation. What have you learned? What blessings earned, they say. Each of us to others is connected. If one of us is lost, we're all affected. How will you live? What will you give today? They beckon me, come. Love can redeem. Life is an art. You have a part that's yours to play. Come, show us your dreams. Life needs your hand to do what you can in your own way. I'm casting my light on the river as it tumbles along to the sea. On the river of stars to the giver. It's all of you. It's all of me. This world is our combined imagination. Your life a precious personal creation. What have you learned? What blessings earned, they say. Each of us to others is connected. If one of us is lost, we're all affected. How will you live? What will you give today? They beckon me, come. Love can redeem. Life is an art. You have a part that's yours to play. Come, show us your dreams. Life needs your hand to do what you can in your own way. I'm casting my life on the river as it tumbles along to the sea. On the river of stars to the giver. It's all of you. It's all of me. Come. Love can redeem. Life is an art. You have a part. It's yours to play. Come, show us your dreams. Life needs your hand to do what you can in your own way. And this is the last piece that I'm doing for this concert. Thank you so much for joining me, for encouraging me. This is called In the Image. Na 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 na. Deal, 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 deal. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Dale, 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 get up and dance. Can you hear the angels singing? Get up and dance. Calm your fear. This is your chance. Look at what your love is bringing. You are all you need, and we are here. Get up and dance. All those nights that you've been praying, get up and dance. Greet your dawn. This is your chance. Can you hear your angels saying, you have all you need, and we are here. Don't let a little worry make you crazy. Don't let a little heartache make you cold. Don't let a little stumble make you hesitate. No now, don't wait. No now, you are beautiful. You are wonderful. You are marvelous. In the image of the loving one, you are. Get up and dance. Don't let a little worry make you crazy, make you crazy, no, no. Get up and dance. Don't let a little heartache make you cold. This is your chance. Don't let a little stumble make you hesitate. No, no, no. No now. Don't wait. No now. And you are beautiful. You are wonderful. You are marvelous. In the image of the loving one, you are. In the image of the loving one, you are beautiful. Thank you for encouraging us. My wife Elizabeth and I wish all of you, your loved ones, and your neighbors safety and a sense of belonging. May we be encouraged and comforted by each other in these difficult times. May we bring our skills together to help create a new world based on compassion and mutual respect. Thank you for encouraging us. Blessings.